Hello, everyone. This is the most magnificent bird, Beak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I'm back at it with another character review. And this character review is going to be on Gold Mythic Stars. And of course, he's a part of the Holiday Heroes. And at this point, it seems like there's a million tunes in Holiday Heroes. Yesterday, I went over Stripes, and, if you haven't seen that one yet, and if you want to know my thoughts on her, go check that one out. Now, I feel like Stars, honestly, might be the better of the two, but we're going to go ahead and jump into it shortly and find out. I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe out there. I'm doing alright, and I'm staying safe for the most part, and enough of me wasting any more time. Let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? Stars, Holiday Heroes. His trait is fast. His role is a tank, and his allegiance is a member of the Holiday Heroes. Now let's take a look at his stats. His attack stat is 10,645. His defense is 20,699. And his HP is 27,795. Now let's take a look at his adrenaline rush. Bloody Anthem. The recharge rate is 75 AP. Ooh, okay, so this is interesting. We haven't seen a 75 AP on a tune in a really long time. I honestly can't recall the last tune it had a 75 AP. I don't know. We'll see. Heal all teammates for 50% of their max HP while battling on the defense team. Deal 20% of this fighter's max HP as damage to an enemy. All other enemies get 10% of this fighter's max HP as bleed damage for 2 turns. Okay, let's start with healing all teammates for 50% of their max HP. I like that. That's actually pretty good. And then, on top of that, right now we have some really tanky defense teams, some really tough defense teams, right now in RTS, so that 50% max HP for all teammates, that'll be really good, honestly. And then, while battling on the defense, he will be dealing 20% of his max HP as damage to an enemy, so depending on how high you have his HP, that's going to be pretty good, honestly. The higher that you have that HP, the more damage you're going to do, and that's good, but it's kind of good, but it's kind of bad, because he has a certain specialist skill, which we will get to. And then also, all other enemies get 10% of this fighter's max HP as bleed damage. There's definitely some good parts, and there's one over-glaring bad part of this adrenaline rush. It doesn't have anything to do within the actual description of the adrenaline rush itself. The bad part about it is how long it takes to get it activated. It's not a 66, but a 75? Like, really? Are we serious? Like, what are we doing? I remember, I think it was back in the 5-star era, there were constantly 75 AP tunes. Like, are we really going backwards on that? I mean, the 66 AP, it isn't too bad, but 75, like, come on, Scopely. But, you know, I really ranted about Scopely yesterday, but honestly, I'm not really in the mood to rant about them. They just, simply, they don't care. They can do whatever they want to, pretty much. It's not a bad adrenaline rush at all. It's just, realistically, how many times is it going to go off at 75 AP? I mean, I guess depending on how you build his weapon out, it could go up once or twice in a battle. But, I mean, that's the only problem I have with it, is the 75 AP. Like, it's going to take a pretty long time just to get it activated once. You know what I mean? And he's a defensive toon, and he has a specialist skill that you're not really going to see him attacking a whole lot, if at all. And we'll definitely get there. So let's take a look at his signature move, America's Gifts. The initial cooldown 2 turns, cooldown of 3 turns, number of uses unlimited. This fighter recovers from heal reduction and heals 30% of their max HP for each living enemy for 3 turns. Deals 6,000 hemorrhage damage to an enemy. While battling on the defense team, impair 2 enemies for 2 turns. So, his signature move definitely has a lot going on. So, it's going to be good because he can recover from heal reduction. And there are a couple of toons that I can think of that give out the heal reduction, like St. Patty's Day Rosita. She gives that out. Ajax gives that out. Axel 2000 gives that out as well. These toons all have the same specialist skill, by the way. So that's going to be really good for him to be able to heal that, recover that heal reduction. Plus, he's going to heal 30% of their max HP for each living enemy for the next 3 turns. That's going to be pretty good, and that's going to be very frustrating to deal with. Here's the next part I think is going to be a little bit more frustrating. He will be dealing 6,000 hemorrhage damage. Now, for those that don't know or don't remember, hemorrhage damage is something that it's going to keep on going until that enemy is dead. And there's, not that I can think of, there's really nothing you can do about it unless you can wait for that character to die and then revive them. That seems to be the only way that I have seen that it can only be fixed. So yeah, hemorrhage damage is very frustrating, but it's going to be really good if it's on your side. And then while battling on the defense, impair 2 enemies for 2 turns. Depending on where and who that impair goes on, that will be pretty good, honestly. I really like it. Now let's look at Star's Mythic abilities. Strength, 40% critical hit resistance. No need to really go into that. I would definitely level that one up for sure. It syncs together with his tank roll. Pacification. When being attacked, 100% chance the attacker gets disarmed for 2 turns. Okay, I actually like that one a lot. So if you're being attacked, the attacker, they will get the disarm on themselves. And if you got this guy on your team, I think that's going to be really good, to be honest. So I really like that one. I think I would probably think about leveling that one up. I don't know if it's a number 1 important priority to level up, but it's something to think about in the future to level up for sure. Defensive stance. When performing the defend action, 100% chance all medic teammates get camouflage for 2 turns, and all tank teammates get guardian shield. This is sort of going into the rant I had yesterday about camouflage and guardian shields. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Right? I see why now Stripes didn't have camouflage and guardian shield. They didn't put it on her, they put it on Stars. And obviously that's backwards as hell, but you know, he is a premium toon. And right now, not defensive toons, excuse me, attacking toons are the ones that need to camouflage and guardian shields the most. But it's still a really good mythic ability, and honestly, yeah, I guess I would level that one up. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just on the wrong set of toons. Like, are you kidding me? Attack toons need that a little bit more, in my opinion, but whatever. Like I say, Scopely, they do what they want. But it's still a pretty good mythic ability. Fireworks. When this fighter receives a debilitating effect, 80% chance a random enemy gets stunned for 1 turn. I mean, it's not terrible. I kind of wish the stun would last for maybe 2 or even 3 turns. If that stun lasted for 2 or 3 turns, I would say go ahead and definitely level that one up for sure. But it's only for the 1 turn. Again, I don't think it's a number 1 priority to level that one up right away. I would say probably wait for that one. The ones I would say are probably the most important. Probably strength, pacification, and defensive stance. Fireworks, I would eventually level that one up, but I wouldn't worry about it immediately. Overall, his mythic abilities are pretty good. Now, let's talk about his specialist skill. And this is the reason that I don't think we're going to see him rushing, if at all. Human Shield. While this fighter is defending, all attacks from human enemies may only target them. Swipe right on the fighter. Okay. So this is the reason... This is part of the reason that I don't like his Adrenaline Rush. It's not anything actually in the Adrenaline Rush. It's how long it's actually going to take to use it. And then him being a human shield on top of it, that's actually pretty great. But, you know, it sucks that, you know, there's a chance that you're not even going to be able to rush, even if at all. You might get lucky to rush 1 time during a battle. I think it would be kind of rare to rush twice. You would get lucky to rush 1 time. I think rushing once in a battle is definitely possible, but it's just the battle's gonna have to last a little while to get to that point. But yeah, he's got a pretty good specialist skill, but you can get over that with focus. I think it's only focus that can get past human shields. But yeah, it's a pretty good specialist skill. It kind of inflicts with his Adrenaline Rush because of how long it takes. And then he's not really going to be attacking all that much, if at all. So I do like his kit so far. So let's take a look at his weapon. Stars Dual Survival Knives. 40% HP, 40% defense, burn resistance. At the start of each wave, all teammates get 100% burn resistance for 4 turns. Normalize resistance. At the start of each wave, this fighter gets 100% normalized resistance for 2 turns. Okay, so I like the look of his knives. They look really cool. I like the 40% HP. The 40% defense is nice. Burn resistance, you know, that's nice too. But that 4th slot, normalized resistance, that's, that's that diamond in his kit, so to speak, that's going to really frustrate people. If they try to normalize him, guess what? It's not gonna work. Like, well done. Well done, Scopely. Man, you are just... Y'all are, I don't know. You know what? I ain't gonna say nothing. But... yeah, normalized resistance, that's going to be really good, and that's going to be really frustrating. I mean, at the start of each wave, it lasts for 2 turns, but like, for example, if you have Brutus or the new Tyrese, for example... No. You know what, Brutus? Never mind. Okay, Brutus, I just realized he only normalizes tough tunes. If you have the new Tyrese, if you can make him last for more than 2 turns, don't use his signature move until the 3rd turn. Then stars will be able to be normalized, but... I don't know of anybody that has stars, so that could potentially be bugged, which I wouldn't be shocked if it was. But if you wait till turn 3, and if you normalize stars, it should work. Potentially. But during those first 2 turns, that's gonna be pretty rough, That's gonna be really good if it's on your side, and that's gonna be pretty rough if you're coming up against it. And then the burn resistance for 4 turns, that's going to be really good, honestly. I honestly, what would I do? I would definitely keep the HP. So here's one of 2 ways I could see you going about this weapon. You could level out the HP and defense. You could go all in on the HP, or if you want stars rushing, you can get rid of that defense and just put a huge bonus to AP when taking damage. That could be one way to get that AP up if you want him rushing, but honestly, I don't know if I would want him rushing all that much. I would want him protecting my tunes by him being a human shield, so I would maybe put 1 upgrade toward defense and 2 upgrades into the HP, or you could just abandon the defense and try to go for 55 HP if you want to do that. But yeah, I would maybe put 1 slot in the defense and 2 slots into the HP, so he could have 45 defense, 50% HP, which I don't think that would be too bad, honestly. He has a pretty near perfect weapon, honestly. I don't know what else you could do unless you think you have something better, but his base weapon might be better than something you have, potentially, just based off that 4th slot and 3rd slots alone. So overall, I really like his look, and the artwork over there on the left-hand side with the eagle coming in the background, I think that's really cool. And honestly, if I had to say, who do I think is better between Stripes and Stars? Without a doubt, it's definitely Stars that's the better tune of the 2. And he's got a really simple look, and he's got, although, his adrenaline rush, I hate that you're not going to be able to use it all of that much, but I would say that's really the only negative on him that I can definitely think of, just, on base, is the fact that his adrenaline rush is 75 AP, and that sucks, but he's got a lot of other great stuff about him that I think makes up for that. So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys for today. What are your thoughts on Gold Mythic Stars? Do you think he's a really good toon? Do you think he's an average toon? Or do you think he's a bad toon? Whatever your thoughts are on him, let me know down in the comments. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and for your continued support. Or if you're new, welcome in for the first time. All of you are very awesome, and I thank you again. And don't forget to hit the bell and switch on all notifications so you know the second I upload to YouTube. I am Beak, and I'm gonna go fly away back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.